welcome. I'm Shivani Singh. In the early hours of Friday, the sky over western Ukraine didn't just light up, it screamed. For the first time since November 2024, Russia has deployed its most mysterious and terrifying new weapon, the Oreshnik. This wasn't a slow-moving drone or a predictable cruise missile. This was a hypersonic ballistic missile that actually traveled 1,800 kilometers in just 13 minutes. It hit Lviv, a city just a stone throws away from the Polish border, and by extension, the doorstep of NATO. The message from Vladimir Putin is not directed at Kyiv. It is a loud, supersonic keep out sign addressed directly to Washington and Brussels. So now let's look at the hazelnut tree, because that is what Oreshnik in Russian means. But don't let the name fool you. There is nothing soft about this. The Oreshnik is an intermediate range ballistic missile, or an IRBM. Technically, it is believed to be a modified version of the RS-26 Rubtse, a missile that Russia had dusted off after the collapse of the INF Treaty. So what makes it unique? Two things: speed and payload. The speed, President Putin actually claims that it travels at Mach 10. That is 10 times the speed of sound, roughly 12,300 kilometers per hour. At that speed, air friction turns the missile into a ball of plasma. It doesn't just hit a target, it disintegrates it with pure kinetic energy. Now, the MIRV technology is also a game changer. The Oreshnik uses multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles. In the footage that has been seen coming in from the Lviv strike, you can see 6 distinct trails of fire raining down simultaneously. Now, each of these hazelnuts can hit a different target. Putin describes it as falling like a meteorite. And he's right. At Mach 10, no existing air defense system, not the Patriot, not the IRIS-T, can reliably stop it. It is for all intents and purposes invisible to interceptors. Russia first tested this on the city of Dnipro in November 2024. But this latest strike on January 9, 2026 is far more strategic. It hit the Lviv region. And why Lviv? Because Lviv is the gateway for Western military aid. It is where the tanks and the ammunition and the missiles from Poland enter Ukraine. Specifically, reports suggest that the target was a massive underground natural gas storage facility. By using the Oreshnik here, Russia is proving it can strike the very nervous system of Ukraine's energy and logistics, even in the most protected parts of the West, with zero chance of the West actually helping to intercept it. Now, timing is everything in geopolitics. Why fire it now, after a year of keeping it in the shed? First, it's a deterrent against NATO troops. There has been talk in European capitals about a coalition of the willing, sending peacekeepers to Ukraine. The Oreshnik is Putin's way of saying, your troops will be the targets before they even unpack their bags. Number two, it's a response to Washington. The Kremlin claims that this strike is retaliation for a supposed drone attack on Putin's residence. But look deeper. This comes as the US signals a tougher sanctions package. Russia is reminding the world that while its economy might be under pressure, its arsenal is still state of the art. Number three, it is nuclear capable without being nuclear. The Oreshnik can carry a nuclear warhead, but in these strikes, it carried dummy or conventional ones. It allows Russia to escalate the psychological stakes to the level of a nuclear threat without actually crossing the radiation line. It is the ultimate tool of nuclear blackmail. The Oreshnik is not just a missile, it is a signal. It tells the West that the red lines aren't just words on a page. They are hypersonic, they are unstoppable, and they are now being drawn in the skies over Lviv. The question for the White House isn't how to help Ukraine intercept the Oreshnik. The question is, how do you negotiate with a man who has a meteorite in his pocket? Thanks for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.